Most greenhouse owners figure out pretty quickly that heat is their biggest enemy in summer. Shade cloth is the solution. But then you look it up and suddenly there are 3 colors, 5 percentages, a debate whether or not it goes on the inside or on the outside. If that sounds familiar, you're in the right place. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which shade cloth to choose for your greenhouse, where to put it, and why. So let's get into it. First, let's answer the question underneath all of this. Do you actually need shade cloth? If your greenhouse gets several hours of direct sun and temperatures climb past 85 to 90 degrees, the answer is almost certainly yes. The signs are easy to spot. Plants wilting even when they're well watered, lettuce bolting faster than you can harvest it, tomatoes dropping blossoms, or you opening the door and getting hit by a wall of heat that feels nothing like a growing environment. Greenhouses are built to trap heat. That's what makes them so useful in winter. But in summer, that same feature works against you. Shade cloth won't replace good ventilation, but it works alongside it to bring temperatures down significantly. Many growers are surprised by how much difference it makes. The good news is that shade cloth is seasonal. Most people put it up in late spring, take it down in early fall, and store it flat in their garage or something. It doesn't have to live on your greenhouse year-round. Let's start with percentages, because it sounds more complicated than it actually is. The percentage on a shade cloth tells you how much sunlight it blocks. A 30% shade cloth blocks 30% of light and lets 70% through. A 50% shade cloth blocks half. Simple. So which one do you need? It depends on what you're growing. Sun-loving plants like tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers, most fruiting vegetables actually, want as much light as possible. You're not trying to shade them, just take the edge off the heat. A 30% shade is usually the right call here. For a mixed greenhouse, a variety of vegetables, herbs, some flowers, 50% is the versatile middle ground. It provides real temperature reduction without blocking too much light. If you're growing shade lovers like orchids, ferns, or certain tropical plants, you can go up to 70% or even higher. Our recommendation depends on what's inside your greenhouse. If you're mainly growing fruiting vegetables, tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers, start with 30%. They need a lot of light to produce well. So you want just enough shade to take the edge off that heat without robbing them of sun. If your greenhouse leans more toward leafy greens, herbs, flowers, or ornamentals, 50% is a better fit. We personally use 50% here. Although we grow fruiting crops, our sun is intense enough that the extra reduction makes sense for us. But for a lot of growers, especially those focused on food crops, 30% is the safer starting point. Before we get into color, there's one more thing worth knowing about. That's how shade cloth is made, because it affects how you buy it and how you're gonna use it. Shade cloth comes in 2 constructions, knitted and woven. Knitted shade cloth is made from polyethylene with a looser interlocked weave. It's lightweight, flexible, and this matters because you can cut it into size without unraveling. That makes it much easier to work with at home. It's also a more common choice for residential greenhouses. Woven shade cloth has a tighter, dense construction. It offers strong UV filtering and holds its shape well. But if you cut it, it will fray. It's typically used in commercial settings where the cloth is ordered to exact dimensions and never trimmed. Now, the question we hear the most: which color should you choose? Let's take them one at a time. Black shade cloth is the most common and the easiest to find. It works by absorbing sunlight. Here's the nuance though. In a hot climate or during peak summer, black shade cloth can actually trap some of that absorbed heat underneath it, which can work against you. Where black really shines is in cooler climates or in shoulder seasons, spring and fall, when you want to protect your plants from intense light while still keeping temperatures up. It also filters UV rays quite effectively. White shade cloth works the opposite way. It reflects both light and heat rather than absorbing them, which keeps the interior of your greenhouse noticeably cooler. It lets more of the full spectrum through, which most plants appreciate. If you're in a warm climate or dealing with serious summer heat, white is worth a serious look. Then there's aluminet, a metallized silver-colored shade cloth. It works by reflecting solar radiation away before it can heat your greenhouse, and it generally gives you the best cooling performance of the three. It also provides a mild insulating effect at night. If you can find it, it's worth considering, though it can be harder to source for residential use. Here's a simple way to think about it. If you're growing in a cooler climate or want to extend the season, black is a strong choice. If cooling is your main priority, white or aluminum is the one to reach for. Last but not least, where should the shade cloth go? Inside the greenhouse or outside? This one really divides people, so let's give you an honest answer. Outside is more effective for cooling, and here's why. When shade cloth is installed on the exterior, it intercepts sunlight before it even enters your greenhouse. The heat never builds up inside in the first place. When it's on the interior, light has already passed through your panels and converted into heat. The cloth still helps filter it, but it can't undo what's already inside. So exterior wins on cooling performance, but interior has real advantages that shouldn't be dismissed. An interior installation is easier to set up cleanly. It's fully protected from wind and there's no contact with your greenhouse panels. So no rubbing, no wear over time, no roof vent complications. For growers in windier areas or anyone who wants a simpler setup, interior makes a lot of practical sense. Some people also simply prefer how it looks. A neatly hung cloth inside or curtain inside the greenhouse can actually look quite intentional and elegant. But depending on how your greenhouse is set up, a cloth hung across the width of your space can interfere with shelving, hanging baskets, or any vertical trellis or something like that. It's not a deal breaker. You can work around it with how you hang or position it, but it's worth thinking about it before you pick one over the other. Oh, and one more thing worth knowing about exterior shade cloth, it also acts as a buffer against hail. Most people don't think about this when they are installing it, but it's a nice added benefit if you're in an area where summer storms roll through quite frequently. Our recommendation: if your greenhouse design allows for it and you can secure it properly, exterior is worth the extra effort for the cooling difference. If wind or your setup or your shelving arrangement makes interior more practical, that still works well, especially paired with good ventilation. Now, a few practical things before you install. If you're going exterior, secure the cloth properly. Shade cloth clips, bungee cords, or rope loops all work. The key is that nothing should be able to catch wind and flap. A loose shade cloth can damage itself and your panels over time. Can the shade cloth touch the roof panels? Yes, it can. But leaving a small gap between the cloth and the panel is way better. Air circulation in that space helps to draw the heat, and you can operate your roof vents. Most greenhouses have roof vents, and this is worth thinking through before you install exterior shade cloth. When you're measuring and positioning the cloth, plan a deliberate gap right at the vent so it can open freely underneath. Don't fix the shade cloth with closed roof vents and hope for the best. It'll either break the auto opener or the shade cloth. If your greenhouse sits in a spot that makes a gap tricky, cutting an opening for the vent in the cloth works well. Either way, a little planning up front will solve it. Your vent needs to do its job just as much as your shade cloth does. If your greenhouse has rich decor or sharp edges on the roof, protect the cloth where it contacts them. Friction against the sharp edge will fray the material over time, and you likely want to reuse your shade cloth for a few years in a row. If you're ready to get your shade cloth sorted, we carry black and white at Greenhouse Emporium. You'll find the link in the description below. And if you're not sure which size or setup is right for your greenhouse, drop your question in the comments below or reach out directly. We're here to help. And if heat management is something you're really trying to get on top of this summer, our next video covers the full picture. Shade cloth is really just one piece of the puzzle. I'll see you there.